Hey everyone, it's Alec here from It Takes Guts. Hope you're all doing well. Today we're talking about One Piece chapter 11-12. One Piece has been on a break for about a month. Oda's been taking some time off, which we love. I'm always for Oda taking some time off. He deserves his rest. He gets like 3 hours of sleep a day or something like that, so he deserves it. So chapter 11-12, leading from what 11-11 was, with that insane reveal of the Gorosei going off with all their different powers and different devil fruit transformations. I don't know what they are, but so far it's been an excellent time going through what the different Gorosei's powers have been and seeing kind of them take action for once. But this chapter shows us the Straw Hats extremely down bad right now. This is almost feeling like some Sabaody incident level of how are they going to get out of this, because right now we got two Elder Stars pulling up on Franky's crew as well as Nami's crew. We got Luffy getting out of Gear 5, which is insane. He just got back to Gear 5, and I thought him eating the food this chapter was going to get him back, but he just, was able to do a Red Rock, which shout out to Red Rock. That was awesome, but it just bounced back, which was crazy. I don't think we've ever seen a Gorosei member actually have that level of defense. Like, Saturn was taking shots left and right. Yeah, he was regenerating, but even Franky was hitting him with a radical beam that was going through his chest. Like, a Red Rock doing nothing and bouncing back. Like, even Kaido got taken off his feet. I think that's pretty crazy. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that, but I also thought it was really funny how Luffy didn't like the fermented shark skin. I thought that was kind of cool. Seeing Luffy not like food, that's always awesome. But in general, Luffy being out of Gear 5 is crazy, and him not having that access to me is super bad for the Straw Hats, because that was the only thing activating the actual secret ancient robot that's below Vegapunk's island. The Drums of Liberation were turning that thing on, so if Luffy's not in Gear 5, is that even a thing anymore? Is that coming? Are we even doing this giant? Is he going to be the Deus Machina of this entire arc? Or does Gear 5 not make it work anymore? Or did Gear 5 just kind of put the batteries in and he's good to go? Once the robot sees Luffy, he'll be able to know that that's who started it. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. The ancient robot in general has been one of those, like, weird, we know about it, we're just waiting for it to go off moments, and I think that's what this whole arc is building to, is the ancient robot finally coming up and stopping the Gorosei, saving the Straw Hats. That's what I'm thinking is happening, but without Gear 5, I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know how that can work anymore, so I'm interested to see, at least with the robot. I know they've shown it a bunch, and the hype of it has kind of died down. We're just kind of waiting for it to do something, but I think creating the mystery around what it can or can't do and how Gear 5 interacts with it is going to be a really interesting time. And I know I just said the Straw Hats are all kind of getting, done in right now, but Franky coming with the strong right versus that Vice Admiral, that was awesome. I love seeing some Franky action. Him doing the radical beam, as I said before, against Saturn was awesome, but to be honest, I expected more Franky. I think a lot of people expected more Franky from Egghead Island. We're literally at his mentor's secret base. You would think that would jog some connection. I don't know. Talk about how you studied his work for 2 years. I don't know. It's one of those things that Oda has it in his mind as well. You're just wondering if it's ever going to get incorporated to something that's going to be a forefront of the story for a moment. But nothing for Franky really having that yet, but it's cool to see him get that strong right in. But now we're kind of at that point where the message is getting really close to coming out. We're at 1 minute left. We see the secret Den Den Mushi that was just discovered by Mars. So we're going to see what goes down with that. It's kind of crazy that they were just talking about, we had this super secret one that's probably broadcasting this message to the world, and then they're like, I found the super secret phone already. It's like, oh geez. So that was pretty quickly discovered this chapter. So I think we have two different possible options for how this will kind of play out next chapter. If the message will be played, then I think that will start at the very end of next chapter. I think we'll finally get the first maybe word of Vegapunk saying, hey, the world, or hi, world, something like that. Now, if the message is not supposed to come out, I think we're probably going to get the end of that message being destroyed probably next chapter's end. So I think the end of next chapter will probably reveal what's going to happen with this message. I think the 1 minute timer should not really go past next chapter. I think we should resolve the timer next chapter, because it's a minute left. We should at least get to the point of, are we clearing this message or are we not? I think we're going to hear the message. I really hope we do. I hope it's not stuff we already know as One Piece readers who have been kind of following the story. I hope it's not stuff that's pretty face value to what the government is and stuff. But I really hope it's some juicy details about Willa D, Laugh Tale, the Gorosei, I don't know, Emu, something. Something crazy. That's what I'm really hoping for. But we can only see what Oda has in store for it. And I really hope the message is something that kind of breaks One Piece up in general, just makes a big moment, big scene. We had the intro of this arc talking about how the Straw Hats kind of made one of the biggest incidents in the world at the beginning of this chapter, so I'm hoping that really becomes something crazy. Well, that's all I got today for chapter 11-12 for One Piece. Really enjoyed it. We're in the climax of Egghead. Everything's going down, and I just hope we get some good details about the Giant or the message from Vegapunk next chapter. For future videos, I'm going to try to keep One Piece concurrent on this channel if I can. Keep the chapter updates coming as long as I stay consistent with them. Let me know if you like that kind of content. Let me know what you thought about this chapter, what you think's going to happen with the timer. Let me know what you thought about that Nostro panel pulling up on Frankie in the silhouette with Ethan. I thought that was crazy, super cool. So, in general, great One Piece chapter. Always awesome with this, climax of Egghead arc happening here. Hey, and like the video if you like the video. You know, you're still here sticking around, talking to me, hanging out. You know, hit that like button. And remember, it takes guts to subscribe. Have a good rest of your day, everyone.